Beatrix, there's a combo there.
There is.
Maybe just the burst damage as well.
And now, we'll walk back onto the land of Dawn to see, will the Sky Kings be able to close this game 2-0? Or will it be retaliation from the gods? Game number 2 of DEWA United against ONIC.
Oh man, honestly, I feel like the lanes really aren't as bad. The team fights though, that's a whole different issue. If they can use these strong laning, you know, the strong laning heroes, try and get some pressure and then outmaneuver ONIC, again, then maybe they can get something. They can get the pickoffs with the Tsunami Slam. But if ONIC are the ones that can clear faster, they have more pressure around, it's looking like a repeat from the previous game. Sans is gonna start bringing down the pain, especially onto that EXP lane.
Seems like this Beatrix will just suffer the later the game goes. Again, talking about that Granger Karsa combo, this Beatrix obviously has to go Flicker, but now the emblems, Hirashi. 2
weapon masteries for DEWA, Octa on that weapon mastery Kakura, and Mark going for the tenacity this time instead of the Festival of Blood. So less sustain, but more defense, especially against all the burst damage available on the side of ONIC. For ONIC themselves, Festival of Blood, so they are the ones who want to go for these back and forths, out-sustain DEWA, where this time DEWA wants to go for the decisive engage, get a pick or a big combo, and win using that instead.
The little QC as well for the Beatrix to survive the lane. Obviously, if she's able to get a few kills on towards their pocket, that's going to be good. B-Boy under pressure, but Sans also with the wings by wings will be able to reposition. So DEWA, again with their early pressure, still unable to shut down Sans. They really need to stop this Farsa from snowballing. And this Kagura, how does it really operate in the early game?
I guess it's just really cheesy in a way, where you're just looking for little mistakes from the opponents, you know, walking up into the bush, and then Octa will get it. Mueza goes in. Look at the knock up there. The Purify gets used up by Sans. Now Kai on the lance. To the puncture, over to Mueza. On over, Thorn rolls coming down with the panic execution. Mueza low, Kai able to escape. Now Mark dives into the back, gets caught, feathered airstrike. Doesn't land. Octa gets the Yin Yang overturn to get first blood on Keyboy.
Finally, the gods are able to get their first ever kill in this match, in the series. In that kill. In the season as well. Congratulations. That kill.
They're on the board.
Towards Keyboy. Welcome back, DEWA United.
Small victory right there, but they can't really capitalize just yet. ONIC are the ones back on the turtle so fast. Mark having the falling star moon, no flicker though. Is he gonna risk it?
Fans walking up! Oh! A tree battle! That's gonna be the Tsunami Slam, blocking Keyboy down in the front. The feathered airstrike is enough to take Mueza down. But again, DEWA get yet another winning trade, only losing their roamer for that turtle.
Is that worth it, the trade, Arashi?
For DEWA, I think it is, man. Just Mueza, Mueza for the neutral objective. I think that's something that would really still be okay. Octa, though, doing a ton of damage here on this Kagura. And this is the thing. The Kagura doesn't have to be like dominant too much in the lane. The fact that it's just a different hero, a different style of hero, leaving the umbrella around in the middle of the fight, it kind of throws off ONIC's planning. And when you're a team that operates with such fine detail like ONIC, now, the slightest bit of like hesitation can cost you, and I guess that is what Octa is trying to use, technically, and it's also a very safe pick. You've got a lot of escape options using this Kagura, so credit to DEWA, they're making it work, kind of.
So far, looking very good for DEWA, but again, the goal lead shifting left and right. As Mueza wants to make a play, Skylar so aware of the possible pressure given this Kalea at least. Is able to alleviate the pressure coming in from ONIC, and this time they're the ones exerting the pressure, and there goes Tsunami Slam.
Oh, Rage 2, all into the Yin Yang overturn. That's the combo.
Yeah.
That's the damage.
Amplify Rage onto the Tsunami Slam, but now you have the Yin Yang as well. Mueza again, Skylar under pressure. He's gonna be fine though.
Holds his own really well. Sans now backing him up in the bottom lane, maybe picking up a whole lot of gold. Feathered airstrike over to Mueza. Able to dash away. Baby and Mueza getting to safety as Kai just farms in his jungle.
That's kind of close, man. That could very easily have been a bit of a turnaround. So far, the game is a bit more balanced. You know, it's going a bit slower as well.
Whoa! Baby! Renner's Apathy, a solo kill on the Crown Prince!
The Crown Prince drops from the skies. The 1v1 connects for the rookie, and the gods again humbling down the Crown Prince.
Oh, hey.
Oh, Mueza!
Bit too far off. Tsunami Slam still gets in on Keyboy now in the mid lane, maybe clearing it out. What a snipe, what a Renner's apathy. That was beautiful. Yes, DEWA got the turtle, but I know what we want to talk about.
The momentum shifts.
I saw it like playing out. I couldn't believe my eyes. I saw the first hit, the second, the Renner's apathy. I saw the flicker available in slow motion. Who would have thought, man? We were talking about the gold lane being Skylar's domain in this match, but might be contesting him for that position.
Well, this Beatrix still yet to die. The longer it goes, the Beatrix scales pretty well as well to the late game. And now Skylar has to survive. One level down against Maybe, but in lane, the Granger, does it really struggle against the Beatrix?
It's a skill matchup in a way. The Granger should actually have a little bit of an advantage, especially early on to level 4. And then it changes with DEWA having more people rotating down below. And now with a 1,000 gold lead, well, it favors Maybe. Again, mastery 2, so that's going to be even better. He's going to one-shot people up top. Mark assassinated by Kai. And it will be a turret up top for the one down below.
So DEWA is actually doing better in the gold lane, but this is developing similarly to the previous game. The difference is that Maybe actually has something going on for him. Some kills, some advantages in farm in the lane as well. Is that going to be enough, though, to actually threaten ONIC when it comes down to the mid to the late game? Because earlier, we saw that when it comes down to that, ONIC are always one step ahead. But with the wave clear that both the Kagura and the Beatrix bring for DEWA, that could be what they're using here to actually be faster in the rotations. And ONIC, with only Keyboy being the real tank in the front line, they can't really execute the same way they wanted to. Moeza.
Conceal play. Oh, just gonna go around.
That's concealed down though.
ONIC still able to dodge that, but this is where ONIC goes online, right? The Granger has that Sky Piercer, teams up with the far side to burst even more. Keyboy with the conceal play might look for something. They're edging this turtle.
AOG in the back, Maybe able to flicker in, but look at the damage from Ludwig! Mark with the flicker out, Skylar looking for that redemption after that solo kill, going for the shots! One last one, and it's Sans who picks it up with the lethal ignition, and just like that, ONIC turned the whole game around.
And in a blink of an eye, fate's overturned. The pages are flipped and ONIC back leading again. This time they get everything, the kills, the turret, as well as that turtle waiting in the wings. Skylar can farm up a bunch as well. Still yet to kill anyone, but ONIC, they step on the gas.
Even when they will have the advantage there, when it comes to the combo, the pickoffs, the damage, ONIC, again, they just outmaneuver you, man. They baited out DEWA's resources initially, and then when they least expected, they got locked in a choke point. Let's take a look at the replay right here by the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold, Z Flip as well. Look at that, average of the Guardian towards the back, and everyone gets corralled. And on top of that, look at the heroes that are in the arsenal for ONIC. These are all heroes with great AoE, so when they're fighting up matter inside the jungle, they have so much more advantage compared to DEWA, who really wants a bit more space, right? They want to kind of gather ONIC around, but they want ONIC to keep their distance. So when ONIC turn it around and step on the gas, DEWA were just completely caught off guard there.
At least DEWA, this time they can explore out of their base, out of their maps.
Put you together and then get that AoE value.
So we're back to the game. Thank you, Marshall Santos. Not Neymar, but now let's see ONIC sieging onto the mid lane. DEWA hold their ground. But now they can rotate. Now they can push the side lanes to prepare, get prio for the Lord.
And Skylar taking shots, chucking down the members of DEWA. I feel like they were actually trying to be aggressive, Mirko, in my opinion, but they were just outmaneuvered, right? They went for the conceal play. They tried to find something, but I think they were still trying to find some control around the turtle, the neutral objective, and they really should be focusing on getting the pickoffs, as is their game plan. Now, ONIC with the advantage, the lead. In one big fight, they were able to get the gold lead and the map pressure as well. 5 seconds to go, and DEWA are kind of caught in checkmate.
Yep, game fight by Kope. This marks Kagura's debut in MPL ID Season 16 after last being used in MPL ID Season 11 by Moreno. The mid lane when Bigatron won the game against Tron, against RRQ, right in the desk.
That's my day. Moreno, best team in the world, best player. And Mark, now on it already, ONIC. Oh, sounds positive for that airstrike over the fans. Oh, it's not has Purify, gets away with wings by wings as well. Tsunami Slam though, there's a combo, but there's no damage from the side of ONIC to retaliate. Mueza gets taken down. There you go, finally. That answer. 1 for 1, both roamers down.
Oh, man, that was a close one. But you can see that how much more hesitant DEWA has to be in these fights. Maybe the moment anyone from ONIC dashes anywhere close, he's forced to back away immediately. Whereas Skylar on the Granger, it's not the case at all. He can kind of get away with getting closer because he has good amounts of damage that he can output while moving, right? And technically the Death Sonata is a source of damage, source of AoE, but it's also a repositioning tool as well. So he has a lot more independent movement ability compared to maybe who needs to be babysitted by his team to a degree.
Feels like the Kagura as well, just poke in and out with that umbrella, but now the Lord secured by Kyrie. They want to pounce forward.
Overturn around. T-Boy's still able to survive as Let's Pay locks him down. It's gonna be a lot of damage play. Sans flying by. DEWA lose Mueza. ONIC lose no one.
The Brew's passionately keeping DEWA at bay. For ONIC, it's all about the repositions now. The Lord marching down bottom. As there's a response from Vans up top to try to push out the minions. But ONIC, what can they really get with this Lord?
Well, they can get a lot, man. They have, again, the range to really siege this down. And they can still AOG to kind of push DEWA away. They won't really be in position to capitalize on the Lord itself, except for Vans. Gonna output some damage right there. The Lord gets cleared. The waves are still available, though. Keep your eyes open for ONIC to try and make something happen here. There's no way they're gonna waste this opportunity.
A mid lane turret tier 2 with a feather airstrike zoning them away. Fans up top too should be able to clear it out.
1v1.
T-Boy tries to cut, but yeah, good job by DEWA. Really good clear.
Yeah, they have that power as well to stop the pushes coming in from ONIC. But again, the poke from Skylar, the poke from Sans, that can really just set them up for another follow-up team fight. If they really want to go in again, commit the team fight, the feather airstrike, again doing God's work.
Man, that's just so much damage from so far away. That Sans that already has the lightning truncheon as well, so watch out for the lightning bolts, man. That can catch you off guard immediately. Him and Skylar, Skylar with the Malefic Roar as well. He is doing a ton of damage, and with the rose gold in his inventory, he can still hold his own, even if Mark or Vans want to jump towards him.
There you go. DEWA, all they will do is just clear the wave up top. He's going to constantly push them, so the timers now, they will be playing for the Lord. But I don't really think they have a way to go into the Lord unless they get a good set for maybe Mueza with the... But as of now, it's just ONIC waiting for that Lord, it seems like.
It's just really tough because for Maybe, I mean, at this point, he's the main damage dealer, right? You have Vans there as a secondary damage dealer. Octa is there really just for the burst with the Tsunami Slam. So most of the carry job will be on Maybe. And the thing is, especially in these team fights, you go for the Bennett's Rage, that's AoE, but that's it. After that, you're forced to go Nibiru, you're forced to go for the single targets, and that's where Lutpi on the CC gets so much value with a Vengeance. Because you basically take Maybe out of the equation for a while as you deal so much more damage to the front line of DEWA.
I think the Mirror's Passion would still also kind of be at semi-AoE. He's going to push ONIC back, but other than that, it's going to be the Bennett's Rage.
Oh, Tsunami Slam very late to cancel the AOG, but it's an Vans! Assassination of the backline, Sans will fall too! Vans gets 2 on the board, a knockdown on Kai! A smackdown landing, Kai now against the world, has a puncture, dashing back and forth already! It's a few shots from Maybe, and ONIC are caught on the back foot, away from the bottom lane, DEWA on the Lord first.
Quick fingers on Kyrie, but Skylar again assassinated, and now it's DEWA. This Lord, there's for the taking. Key Boy shadowing behind. Lutpi is there to try to stop it at bay, but Kyrie is also still healthy. So this might be another contest, and the Lord resets slowly. DEWA, they have to be careful.
But this might cost them, man. They lost a base turret already. The base is under attack, and the Lord is off HP. ONIC might take an advantage here.
Kyrie.
Oh, Tsunami Slam gets cancelled. No way!
Oh!
Gets it! It's a retry win! And all of a sudden, again, these small wins for DEWA end up being big wins for ONIC.
Oh no, DEWA! They shattered the mirror! Everything was going their way! They were divine in that fight, and now Vance catched up behind.
A snipe from Skylar, one last death sonata. A Lord marching down to DEWA's base. Maybe he has a DHS. Maybe he's been phenomenal. Kaido goes in alone, takes 80 low. And that's enough of a shot to threaten DEWA.
He just stands there menacingly as the Lord marches on the bottom side. ONIC aren't even waiting for it. Sans is half HP. But again, there's no range available. They're just slowly but surely sieging DEWA down. 10 seconds on Vance. It's gonna be a 5v5 to end the game.
The Lord coming closely. ONIC knocking on the doorsteps of the gods. Will this be the end?
Will dash back to the base now, maybe on it already with the Bennett. Does a good job at clearing it. Skylar gets the last one. Tsunami Snap coming down already as Keyboy still able to fight for such a long time. AOG out of there. Vance in the midst of it all now. It's going to be him doing so much damage, but in the end, he will fall to the Sky Piercer. Skylar. Muezza looking for the play. Jumps on Skylar, but will lose out in the end. That's Sonata not landing. Barely out of range. DEWA survive another day with a kill on Ludpi earlier.
Wow, that was all Vance though, in my opinion, because he was able to pull out and divert all the attention from ONIC. There were 3 players chasing him down, and that gave the remaining members of DEWA the room to take down Ludpi and just clear the wave and defend the base.
He was able to buy so much time and drag them away from the end angle there. And ONIC, uncharacteristically, they're actually allowing DEWA some maneuvers here. As we take a look at the MPL ID X streamer, by good day, Ludpi Halimawan.
I restreamed next to him at MSC.
Oh, really?
Shout out to Ludpi.
Mr. Upi right there. X, Alter Ego now, jumping ship to ONIC. So, now then, DEWA, what is their game plan? What do they do with this hold they're able to create again? The pressure from the Bennett's Rage with the Tsunami Slam, so good, so strong, and so tactile. It seems like ONIC can't really go through it. Seems like if they want to engage, they have to wait for that combo to go through, and then they can just pounce in.
The thing with ONIC right now is that they have all the damage, but again, when you're considering that DEWA have Octa and Vance, they have the same advantage they had in game number 1. They have burst damage available to them, and ONIC this time just has less crowd control tools to really shut all of it down. So you can see that they can maybe burst one man down, or the zone may be out. But then if they do that, Vance and Octa themselves are now actively looking for a chance to do the same thing they did earlier. Catch ONIC off guard and maybe take out Sans or Skylar. And even if it's a 1-for-1 trade at this point in time, the fact that ONIC's composition relies on having that long-range, high-damage backline is allowing DEWA to kind of force them into hesitancy.
That's a Sky Piercer rebuy from Skylar. It seems like he wasn't able to get the kills early on, so he sold it, replaced it, and now he has it back again with the winner crown. So that could be a defensive option for him if needs be, if push comes to shove. But DEWA consistently pushing ONIC to their limit, at least in this game, at least in game number 2. Muezza with a combo!
Vengeance already looking able to survive with the Vengeance now. Jumps into the back line, but Kai is doing the same thing with the puncture now. Maybe with the flamethrower now, that's a cancel away. Kai jumps in, maybe buys immortality in time, and gets the Toros! Perfectly timed! Muezza all alone will fall to the Sky Piercer of Skylar, and it's Muezza down, maybe down. The double M of DEWA. Only Mark, Vance, and Octa left to defend against this full lineup of ONIC.
The Sky Kings eye the base. They want to crush the crystal down. The gods, they are bleeding.
Sans, an awkward move. Mark able to flicker out now. Vance again on the way. Just giving the Phantom Execution. Octa jumps into the end. Overturn. Over again. Has to flicker to get out. They cleared out the wave. Mark is holding it in. As their own mini-wave comes in. It's a big falling star move, but there's no damage to follow it up. As Kai again jumps to the puncture. Vance low and will fall. It's a double for Skylar and a clean sweep for ONIC.
A very, very good debut for the Sky Kings.